Ladies and gentlemen, the Trinidad Lady. Fasten your safety belts.
I've been kissed before. Arms have held me fast. You can tell by my kiss you were the first, and you won't be the last. With heart and soul I kissed them, and file the memory under N. Tomorrow if I miss them, that may be the only time I think about them. I've been kissed before. Only fools tell when I was born to be kissed, to kiss and be kissed, and I'll be kissed again. A heart is broken nightly, a smile that they misunderstood. Unless you treat it lightly, you'd better be going while the going is good. Many loves have I. You were just one more. But someday I'll be kissed, and maybe I'll doubt that I've been kissed before, that I've been loved before. On the day that I'm kissed, I'll even deny that I've been kissed before. Just one more, but someday I'll be kissed, and maybe I'll doubt that I've been kissed before, that I've been loved before. On the day that I'm kissed, I'll even deny that I've been kissed before.
He's a fool, and don't I know it? But a fool can have his charms. I'm in love, and don't I show it? Like a babe in arms.
Men are not a new sensation. I've done pretty well, I think, but this half-pint imitation put me on the blink. I'm wild again, beguiled again, a simpering, whimpering child again, bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep, and what would I do if I shouldn't sleep? Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? My mistake, I agree. He's a laugh, but I love it because the laugh's on me. A pill he is, but still he is all mine. And I'll keep him until he is bewitched, bothered, and bewildered like me. La da 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 dee dum. La da 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 dum. I guess the laugh's on me. I've slipped again, I've tripped again. The way to my heart is unzipped again. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Amado Mio, love me forever, and let forever begin tonight. Amado Mio, when we're together, I'm in a dream world of sweet delight. Many times I've whispered, Amado Mio. It was just a phrase that I heard in plays I was acting a part. But now when I whisper, Amado Mio, can't you tell I care by the feeling there, for it comes from my heart, my one endeavor, my love, my darling, will be to hold you and hold you tight. Amado Mio, love me forever, and let forever begin folks take for granted. They ignore what's before their very nose.
Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what?
Do you stop to think when you drink how the soda comes up from the straw? Whoever saw such a miracle before? People have more fun than anyone. Push a button, there's sunlight. Draw the blind and there's moonlight. Strike a match and you hatch a star that glows. Turn the faucet on and you have rain. Making babbling brooks come down your drain. Twist a dial and what do you hear?
Bob Hope.
Every night it's a white, happy little wash day soap. People have more fun than anyone.
Right.
And especially when a he and she get together when day is done. Then people have more fun than
Dreaming by the blue Atlantic, dearie, you and I can be a bit romantic and about as happy as a pair of birdies sitting in a tree.
Yes, indeed, it would be dandy to enjoy a Sunday where it's rather sandy, but a pretty lady needn't be afraid to show a pretty limb.
Even if it's cloudy weather, we could have an awful lot of fun together.
And of course, if we could think of nothing better, we could even swim.
Catchy. I wrote the words to this one myself.
Why, oh, why do I love? Why, oh, you?
Why, oh, you?
Oh, the pity of it all.
Oh, the pity of it all.
Uh-huh.
Why, oh, why
Couldn't you love me too? Oh, the pity of it all. Oh, the pity of it all.
I decided when I found you, you're the sweetest man in town. Build a million dreams around you,
But you turned me down.
why, oh, why
Wouldn't you love me too?
Oh, the pity of it all. Oh, the pity of it all. Why, oh, why do I love? Why, oh, you? Oh, the pity of it all. Oh, the pity of it all. Why, oh, why couldn't you love me too? Oh, the pity of it all. Oh, the pity of it all. I decided when I found you, you're the sweetest man in town. Build a million dreams around you, but you turn me down. Why, oh, why wouldn't you say I do? Oh, the pity of it all. Oh, the pity of it all.
The pity of it all.
When they had the earthquake in San Francisco back in 1906, they said that old Mother Nature
she started to shim and shake. That brought on the Frisco quake. So you can put the blame on Mame, boy. Put the blame on Mame. They once had a shooting up in the Klondike when they got Dan McGrew. Folks were putting the blame on a lady known as Lou. That's the story that went around, but here's the real lowdown. Put the blame on Mame, boy. Put the blame on Mame. Mame did a dance called the Hitchy Coo. That's the thing that slew McGrew. Put the blame on Mame, boys. Put the blame on Mame.
In Paris, I headlined the Follies, billed as doll of all the dollies, admired by the great Stravinsky. But my greatest achievement and the height of my career was the time I starred for Minsky. You're looking at a former stripper, but before I unzip one zipper, I want it known I was quite the artist, of the intellectual kind. What was I thinking while I worked, you might ask? While I worked, these thoughts kept crossing my mind. Zip, Walter Lippmann wasn't brilliant today. Zip, will the Giants ever take it away? Zip, I was reading Schopenhauer last night. Zip, and I think that Schopenhauer was right. Sigmund Freud has often stated dreams and drives are all related. Zip, I'm a firm believer. Dorothy Dix's daily column tells that love is dear and solemn. Zip, I can take or leave her. Zip, it took intellect to master my art. Zip, every movement from the heart. Zip, I consider Dali's painting passé. Zip, will they make the Metropolitan pay? Zip, Marilyn Monroe looks just dandy in mink. Zip, she not only acts, I hear she can think. I have read the works of Plato, translated most of Cato. Zip, I am such a scholar. I don't care for Whistler's mother, Charlie's aunt, or Schubert's brother. Zip, had to make $1. Zip, you have asked me what I think while I work. Zip, I've an intellectual quirk, and my thoughts may skip whenever so inclined. Oh, zip, 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 I'm a broad with a broad, broad mind.
Just heard of the Shorty George, got word of the Shorty George. Seems that it's a kind of jig, named for someone about so big. He rambles around the town, preambles around the town, then steps on the crowded street and beats his feet till his feet is beat.
Watch him go, and he can, like a real natural man.
High stepper is Shorty George. Black pepper is Shorty George. He dances to pay the rent and to see that you're solid cent. Say, mister, can you spare a penny? Lady, can you spare a dime? He makes I don't know how many, 'cause he's dancing all the time. Papa's dressed up mighty sporty.
Mama's snoozing in the shade. But while Mama's catching 40, Shorty sees the rent is paid.
Get hip to the Shorty George. Hop, skip to the Shorty George. Directions are short and sweet.
I know you beat your feet until your feet is beat.
So catch on to Shorty George and latch on to Shorty George. Good people, I'm telling you that the Shorty George is the dance to do.
I dreamed that you would be. How near you are, just a kiss away from me. Although I know that we're on earth below, I feel we're somewhere on a star. Here you are, and I love you much too well. How dear you are, dearer
the favorite doesn't always win, no matter what the odds. Since nobody knows how they'll come in, I leave it to the gods. So wish me luck, because I'm going to bet on a sentimental hunch. My heart is suddenly set on. Somehow, I'm sure I found the sure thing in you. Something within tells me we'll win. Somewhere my heart has picked you out of the blue. And since I'm only a beginner, a winner I'll be. But win or lose, whatever comes up, your thumbs up with me. One thing I'm sure of all my life through. If love can figure out a sure thing, that sure thing is you.
After the races are over, after the races are over, loser or winner, let's go out to dinner and let's have a little fun. Let's go to Rector's or Shanley's, champagne and duck are divine. Let's lose our troubles imbibing some bubbles. Oh, let's have a little wine. Then when we're mellow and feeling alive, let's take a drive along Riverside Drive.
No drive in the country for me after dark. My limit is just once around Central Park.
After the races are over, being with you will be bliss. Perhaps you'll surrender when gentlemen tender say, let's have a little kiss.
Though you are tender, I cannot surrender to
Let's have a little kiss.
I'm sure I found a sure thing in you. Taking romance, I take no chance. Somewhere my heart has picked you out of the blue. But if it turns out that my long shot, a wrong shot should be, and all my castles come a-tumbling, no grumbling from me. Long shot, one thing I'm sure of all my life through. If love can figure out a sure thing, that sure thing is you. Lucky girl, I know, 'cause I'm engaged, but still somehow I don't think so. John, that's the name of my finance, you see. There's no mistake, he's very fond of me. He took me out for walks, and though he was so nice, he always used to kiss me on the same place twice. Often in the park we would sit and spoon, and I was oh so happy till the other afternoon. John took me round to see his mother, his mother, his mother. And when he introduced us to each other, she wired up everything that I had on. She put me through a cross-examination. I fairly boiled with aggravation. Then she shook her head, looked at me and said, "Poor John, poor John." His mother. She put me through a cross-examination. I fairly boiled with aggravation. Then she shook her head, looked at me and said, "Poor John, poor John."
John took her round to see his mother, his mother,
His mother.
and when he introduced them to each other,
She wired up everything that I had on.
she put her through a cross-examination.
I fairly boiled with aggravation. Then she shook her head,
And looked at her and said,
"Poor John, poor John." She wired up everything that I had on.
she put her through a cross-examination.
I fairly boiled with aggravation. Then she shook her head, looked at me and said, "Poor John, poor John." Before the bugler blows, lights out, we have some time to think about the many chaps that we have left behind us. There's one especially I recall. There's one I miss the most of all. We've placed them on the wall just to remind us. And I snapped my favorite pin-up as he waved goodbye at the train. He started to cry. I yelled, "Chin up! One of us has to remain." I'm a lonely girl, I readily admit it. I was merely patriotic when I sighed. And I'm very frank to say I did it for the boy I left behind. Some men in uniform have tried to sway me. They all fail because he's always on my mind. And I'm saving most of what they pay me for the boy I left behind. Yes, he was first in line to enlist, shouting V for victory. They looked, but found no pulse in his wrist, so maybe that's why they took me. If they need me, then I'm glad to be of service, But there's one thing that I wish they had defined. Oh, they should have told me I'd get nervous for the boy I left behind.
I get aches all over, and it's getting chronic. I take medicine and pills of every kind,
But they'll never substitute a tonic for the boy I left behind. The other day, I got the sweetest letter. All my love and kisses, that's the way he sighed. So each night I wear his favorite sweater for the boy I left behind. He goes down to the blood bank each day, shouting V for victory. He takes more blood than he gives away, so maybe that's why they took me. I'm supposed to be content and just keep dreaming. If they think that I'm content, they must be blind. 'Cause I go to sleep and wake up screaming. For in every dream I find for the boy We're the victims of 1,000 regulations. That's a military strategist design. They can't regulate a girl's sensations. There's no rule that they can find for the boy I left behind.
She taught school in Kansas City. She was cold and rather drab. So at all the local parties, she was not the one they'd grab. But she read a book and then came the transformation. She announced one night to people's consternation, the heat is on, the heat is on. You better not get near my lips tonight. I've got a kiss like a flame, and if you touch my lips, you might ignite, and you would have yourself to blame. The heat is on, the heat is on. I wanna know if men are men or mice. Don't wanna wither on the bough. I might have formerly been cold as ice, but I'm a forest fire now. Got an awful lot of oats that haven't been sown. They might start a chain reaction and I might explode. The heat is on, the heat is on. You're gonna hear the sirens howl tonight. You're gonna see the building bounce, because the lady's on the prowl tonight, and it behooves me to announce the heat is on. You're gonna hear the sirens howl tonight. You're gonna see the building bounce, because the lady's on the prowl tonight, and it behooves me to announce that the heat is on. Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay. Day is Valentine's Day.
If you've a faith like mine, the stars are bound to shine. The skies will all be bright tonight and every night. Every night. So keep your spirits high. The clouds will all roll by. We've got a goal to sight tonight and every night. Every night. Say hi there, chum. Why so glum? Things could be much worse. And how about you, lad? Tell me, how can we go forward when you're in